Michigan State is 500. And again, we know our default setting with Tom Izzo is that we're going to look up in March and they're going to be in the Elite Eight. How worried are you, Josh, about Michigan State, 1 to 5?
I would say 2, and the only reason for at a 2, because they're going to get it turned around. They've obviously played a tough schedule. The issue is the James Madison game that they opened up with. They lost. I still think they're trying to figure out how to play without Hauser, who was a big shooter for them last year and really stretched the floor and opened up space for him for those guards. And they're trying to figure that out. But time and time again, Coach Izzo's found a way. They're talented, Michigan State. I mean, their goals are to get to the Final Four this year. And so I think right now it's a 2. I think they're going to be fine. Obviously, if there's another loss or 2 down the road, that's a different deal. But I think right now it's at a 2. I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about.
Where you at, John?
That graphic shows that we should panic. Look at those records. But I'm going to go 3.5. Only because Izzo, he sat Hogarth. Well, he brought Hogarth off the bench today, and started Trey Holloman. And so I think they're trying to figure out what works best. And they look, I mean, it's a bad team, but we can't take those for granted, as we know in college basketball, that any given night you can be beaten. So I'm going to go 3.5. I think they'll figure it out. But if you look at that historic graphic, it's looking like it's going to be a sketchy season with the potential to make the NCAA tournament, and probably have to play Purdue in the second weekend or the second game of the first weekend.
And graphic right there.
The Big Ten has been so strong and have gotten so many teams in the last couple years into the tournament. This year, it doesn't look like they're going to get as many as they've had in the past. They've been at times getting 8, 9, 10, almost 11 teams in. I don't know, based on the non-conference play to this point, if they're going to get that many this year. It doesn't, if the tournament was today, it wouldn't be that. So, and that what happens is, you both know this, if you start beating each other up in conference play, it's all what you do in non-conference for those net quad 1 and quad 2 ranking wins. And so the Big Ten's got some opportunities left. And as you mentioned, John Henson, that's a big thing for Michigan State. The Big Ten needs to keep winning because Purdue has done great in that. They need to have some other teams get some big wins for the Big Ten to done what they've done the last few years and trying to have as many teams as they've had, the most of any conference in the tournament.